Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to view the sunrise and sunset information on your Garmin Forerunner 955 watch, but instead of viewing it for our current location, I'm going to show you how you can view it for a different location. Now, I've done a video in the past that walks you through the basics of the sunrise sunset glance. I'm not going to get into all of that stuff today. Let's start with the basics. If you want to see the sunrise and sunset information, you can add it as a data field on your watch face. I've already got it added on mine. The data field on your watch face will always show the sunrise sunset information for your current location. You can't change it to show it for a different location. If you want to see it for a different location, you're going to have to go into the sunrise and sunset glance. Now, there's a few different ways you can do that depending on how you have your watch set up. If you have it in your control wheel, you can press and hold the light button. That will take you to your control menu. Once you're in here, you can move up or down if you're using touchscreen, or you can use the up or down buttons. On the left side of the watch, choose sunrise and sunset by pressing, either clicking it with your touchscreen or pressing the upper right button. That takes us into the glance. That's one of the ways we can get there. The other way we can get there is by going to our glance list. Again, we can go up or down with touchscreen or using the buttons. And what we're looking for here is the sunrise and sunset glance. Again, this value that's showing here will always be your current location. But when we go into the glance, again, you're going to see your current location. If you want to see a different location while you're in the glance, simply press and hold the menu button. You're going to get into the settings of your glance. If you press the down button or go down, the second option you should see is location. It's always going to say current location. If you press the top right button or click on it, you can change the information that you're seeing from current location to some other values. I'm going to talk to you about these different values. Coordinates would be if you know the GPS latitude and longitude of where you want to look, you can simply choose coordinates, enter those values, and you'd be able to see the GPS information for that location instead. Use map, I'm going to come back to. Saved locations would be if you've used your GPS in the past and you've saved specific locations, you can click this, go to any of those saved locations, and it will pull up the sunrise and sunset information for those locations. This is really a great feature, especially if you're a hunter or a fisherman and you've saved some spots before that you've hunted and you want to go look at the sunrise, sunset data for that given spot, you'd be able to do it. City search is basically typing in the city that you're interested in. It'll show the information for that. And then history down here will only show if you've actually done history searches before. It'll show your most 3 previous searches. You can go to any of your history searches. The thing I wanted to show you that's interesting with this watch, it's a little bit odd, is the use map function. Now remember, I'm using touchscreen functionality here. If I choose use map, in other applications on this watch, I would simply be able to click on the map and move anywhere I want to. For whatever reason, that doesn't work in the sunrise and sunset location map. So if I want to choose a map location, I have to do it old school and use the buttons. I can zoom in, I can zoom out. Let's go ahead and zoom out. I can choose anywhere basically on the map. I can press the upper right button to move up or down. I can again press the upper right button to move left or right. So let's say I'm going on a trip near Colorado Springs and I wanted to see the sunrise sunset information. Let me get a little bit closer. You can get as finite as you want. This looks good for me. If I want to see the sunrise sunset information, I can press and hold the top right button. It'll show me the GPS coordinates that I'm on the map, and it'll show me the sunrise and sunset information for that location. Kind of a cool feature. It's just weird that the touchscreen doesn't work on the map. I can also go through and look at different days for that location, just like as if I was using my current location. Now, remember, we chose somewhere near Colorado Springs. If I press the back button, once I get out of the glance, it will always take me back to my current location. So if I press back, it's showing me my current location again. If I wanted to go back in and see Colorado Springs again, we could do the exact same thing we did before, or I could go into the glance, press and hold menu, but now, because it's one of the last 3 locations I've used, it shows in my history as history number 1. So if I wanted to see it again, I could simply pull it back up and we can do it. Pretty simple stuff. Again, if you want to see a different location while you're in the glance, press and hold the menu button, go down to location, and change it to any value that you want to other than your current location. Once you're done with the glance, you can simply press the back button a couple of times, get back to your main watch face, and we've successfully looked at the sunrise sunset information for a location other than our current location.